Hey, what's happening, folks? TextBoy91 here, and I'm going to complete this Division Winners Panther collection. It only took me about 190,000 coins. It wasn't that bad. I got lucky. I got really lucky. A day with bad events that took place, the Panthers losing, me buying premium packs that don't exist, and all this stuff. Got lucky getting this collection done pretty much. I'll show you guys what these cards cost. Mike Tolbert right here, I got 11K for. I had one on my team already, so I'm cool with that. The price jumped up a lot, though. He used to go for right around 6,000 coins, but his price jumped up a lot. I happen to have a Greg Hardy as well, but his price is around 8K as well. Pretty much the big guy in this collection was going to be the Keekleys. Keekly is going for 40 to 45,000 coins a piece, and you having to put all two of them in the collection makes it a lot difficult, but I got both of them for around 85,000 coins combined, so I'm cool with that. And the reason I did this collection was just because it makes sense. I'm not going to make a huge profit if I would have completed this collection for day it first came out. I might have gotten lucky. Cam Newton at that time was selling between a million coins and 800,000 coins. Now its price is reasonable, so still not a bad profit, right around 200, 300,000 coins. I just wish I would have did it right away. I'd have been making so much coins, but it is what it is, and we're going to get this done right now. Like I said, Keekly's the big guy in this collection. If you guys think about doing it, either try to get one for a good deal. I was hoping 40K, that's reasonable to me, and I'm not trying to pay 50,000 coins a piece for those two. That's just crazy talk, so Greg Hardy was cheap. Charles Johnson was relatively cheap, around 15,000 coins. I happen to have one on my team. You guys can check by those contracts being so far up. And the last Keekly to complete, we'll go ahead and tell you what the guys cost. This short pass, Gary Williams, if you guys didn't know, there are two of these guys, so make sure you buy the right one. Short pass, come here to get this collection done. Brandon LaFell is pretty cheap. Who else is expensive? Hurricane Nakamura is cheap. Jordan Gross base is around 3,000 coins. Khalil is around 2,000. Cam Newton right around 5,000. Typically what his price stays at. Steve Smith playoff. Road to the playoff is right around, I want to say 5,000 as well. Brandon LaFell road to the playoff around 400 cheap. Greg Olsen cheap. Jordan Gross cheap. Ryan Khalil 88 overall is around 6,000. And let's see, these collectibles are gonna be kind of tough to get. You guys watched my pack opening I did recently. I pulled this one right here, the Elite Game of the Year collectible. So actually, I think I bought that one. I pulled one of these. I'm not sure which one I pulled. This one I got from completing the solo challenge. But I got one of these for completing the full pack. So that pretty much prompted me to do the collection, so I'm cool with that. All right, now to these playoff cards. These playoff cards go for so much. This Steve Smith cost like 20,000 coins. I got it for 4,000, so that was one of the good snipes I had during this collection. This Jordan Gross also goes for a lot of coins as well. So does this Ryan Khalil. Ryan Khalil typically goes for around 20,000 coins. I got it for 1,000, so some good sniping here. Everything else is pretty cheap, so this collection pretty much is done. 100,000 coin reward is really nice, along with being able to sell Cam Newton for 450,000 coins makes it so much better. So I'll be sitting pretty on coins for a little bit, and that makes everything worthwhile. So with Cam Newton selling, more than likely, I'm going to have a lot of coins on my team, so I'll definitely go back and buy the players I already had. I'll go upgrade my team, get the new get the new Mike Tolbert, new Greg Hardy, also get the new Mike Mitchell, and maybe go ahead and buy Keekly. We'll see. Let's go ahead and look at this Cam Newton stats, though. I have all the Cam Newton, so we can actually compare this guy to all generations. We got the 97 Ghost, 99 MVP. Card looks just amazing. Short pass, speed, run, chemistry, and a fantasy card as well. +2 acceleration, that's pretty nice. Great speed, agility, throw power, that throw deep still makes me mad. I believe this card pretty much, if not, might be identical to the I'm not too sure, the fantasy Colin Kaepernick. I have no idea, but this card is very nice. So let's get into our actives and go ahead and check this card stats compared to the other Cam Newtons in this game. We are in my depth chart right now. We have 99 playoff MVP Cam Newton, 97 Ghost Cam, 91 Fantasy Cam. Right now, Ghost Cam Newton is going for 150. MVP Cam's at 450,000 coins. That's an absurd amount of coins right there. And the Fantasy's at 60. So let's go ahead and compare these guys and see how good they are. Pretty much this video will be a comparison between the 97 Ghost Cam and 99 MVP Cam Newton, just because those two came out close in date, Christmas time, and pretty much right now, which is about 2 weeks ago. So they came out in close proximities of each other. So I'm gonna go ahead and compare these two, and let's see how they stack up. The fantasy one at the bottom is here for reference, so you guys can see how far he's improved since I think week 5 when he got his fantasy card. So right now you guys see his speed +1. I forgot to mention this. If the stat or the attribute is increased by 1 or 2, in my book, that's kind of irrelevant considering that it's not that big of a deal, especially when it comes to speed, strength, agility, and acceleration, considering that you can buy, or not buy, you can do the solo challenge that the game gives you for the elite head coaches, and Jim Schwartz gives you +2 to speed. I believe Belichick gives you +2 to acceleration, so there's a lot of coach you guys can get from those solo challenges to actually help you boost your attributes, so you guys don't have to buy the Cam Newton for these plus or these insignificant stats, in my opinion. So don't worry about these. Now the awareness being boosted by 2, that might be a big deal. I'm not sure awareness has to do with quarterback. I had a guy try to explain to me saying that a quarterback with higher awareness is less likely to make bad throws and he can pass lead better, which might be true. Cam Newton's pass leading is pretty bad. I tried to throw the ball one game to Steve Smith in the middle of the field. I passed led to left, and he threw it right to Ray Lewis, who was nowhere in the middle of the play. So that might make a big impact there, but that's still a big increase from his fantasy card, but from its ghost card, not really that big of a deal. Now, trucking, that's where the increase is really huge. Went up basically +9. That is super, super good. So this guy is going to be a tough guy to bring down. 87 trucking with an 84 strength. That is going to be very, very tough to bring down in the open field. I like that right there. Now, the ball carrier vision is kind of relevant as well. +1. Not really that good of a thing there. Now, the stiff arm being increased by 8, that's pretty huge there as well. So this guy, like I said, will be tough to bring down the open field. So 2 stats so far that are pretty much significant are the trucking and stiff arm. Is that worth the extra 300,000 coins? I don't know. Let's go ahead and keep looking. Let's keep digging further. Spin move plus by 2. That's not that big of a deal. Juke move by 2. Again, not that big of a deal. Carry by 3. Now, according to my rules, that is a big deal. But with 83 carry, I'm gonna say Adrian Peterson has a higher strength, has a higher truck rating, and a higher stiff arm. Also has a higher carry. He fumbles the ball a lot. So even though Cam has all these good, glorious attributes, still slide around at the bounds or dive. Just do not take a hit because he will cough the ball up. It looks like with that 83 carry. Wish it was higher than that. It should be around like it should be higher than the 83. That's kind of low in my opinion. Catching's irrelevant. Now let's get down to the throwing stats. All right, throw power 97, 97. They didn't boost the thing up at all. Like, you can't give a 98 at all. No, okay, that's cool. 93 short throw. That's that's insignificant. Pretty good compared to its fantasy card though. Throw mid. Now that is a big increase. +3. Is it worth it? I'm not too sure. You can get a coach again that can boost that up as well. I believe it might be the quarterback for the Broncos. I think his name is John Fox, the Carolina old coach. So not relevant there. Throw deep, accuracy, +2. I think the throw deep is kind of low on this guy's card, considering that the Panthers led, or they led the league or they're second to last in the league in plays over 20 yards or longer, and that's because the receiving core for the Panthers aren't that good. If you guys really haven't been watching them play football, it's just Steve Smith and a bunch of guys out there who want to be wide receivers but aren't that good. So that's probably why his throw deep accuracy is at 88 overall, because he's had some plays a lot of guys should drop passes, but enough about that. Let's keep going down. Throwing a run, 96. Now, that's nice, but 95 to 96, that's not that big of an increase in my opinion. This guy is really deadly on a run, but it's not really worth paying the extra 300,000 coins for a +1 stat in throw run. So, okay, I'm cool with that though. Play action, it's +3. I have no idea what that does. Like, that makes the defense more susceptible to actually bite on the play action instead of actually just ignoring it. I'm not too sure, but hey, it's +3, so it has to be good, obviously. So everything else seems to be pretty much same, and injury and stamina are about the same as well. So the only stats on this guy's card that are better than 2 are its play action. You have its, I believe it's throw, where's he going? Play action, you have the throw mid, bust by 3, throw shorts by 2, you have the jumping the same. Let's keep going back further. I forgot everything else already that quickly. Carry by 3, that's kind of big as well. Stiff arm by 8, stiff arm by 8, and he also has the trucking by 9. So pretty much there's only there are only 4 attributes on this guy's card that are pretty much really increased. Is that worth the 300,000 coins price difference? I'm gonna go ahead and say no. I'm gonna roll with Fantasy Cam Newton just because, with the Ghost Cam Newton just because it's really close to the 99 Cam Newton. I want the 99 so bad, but the 450,000 coins is calling me, so I'm gonna go ahead and sell this guy right now. But this card is very, very nice, and I actually got the collection done for a pretty good price. If you guys were wondering what I spent, it probably cost me right around, I'm gonna say 220,000. Actually, I'm just gonna round to 220 because I bought some cards that were going for cheap, and I bought the elite cards, of course, and some cards maybe costing more. But I'm a Panther fan. I happen to have most of these guys in my reserves anyway, so it wasn't as hard to get this collection done as it might be for you guys. So keep in mind that some of the gold cards go for a lot if you guys want to attempt this. But if you want Cam Newton, try to do the collection first. You might end up saving coins, but before you try to collect, I almost forgot. I keep forgetting about this. Try to get the collectible. If you actually pull the collectible, it'll be a lot easier. But if you don't, it's going to be very, very tough to get the collection complete. So if you gonna do the collection, get the collectible first, and then work from there. And pretty much that is the Cam Newton video and the breakdown of his stats. Like I said before, it's not worth the 300,000 price difference from the Ghost Cam to the the MVP Cam, but still a nice card to have. So I want to bring some gameplay with it. But I'm gonna sell it right now. I'll try to buy it back later on down the line when the price drops, and hopefully it sells. If it doesn't sell, I get to keep it. That's pretty cool. But I'm gonna go ahead and try to post this guy right now for 450,000 coins. That is the video, folks. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. I am the Texas boy. I am out of this mother bleeper. Subscribe to my channel. Peace.